everybody. My name is Naomi Dijiku. Today we are continuing the A to Z Nuggets of Life for Auntie Madupa. Today's letter is W, and the word is way forward. Stay tuned and enjoy.
Thank you, Inyi Dejiku, for that introduction. God bless you. And good day, everybody out there watching. With us today is...
Aniola Sanisi. I'd really love to hug you now, but I can't because of social justice. I'll give you an elbow pump.
Okay, thank you. It's nice to have you. Thank you for being here today.
No problem.
Now we're looking at the letter W and we're focusing on way forward. Don't you like this path?
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's
so
really nice, right?
Really
nice weather today.
Yeah, nice weather too. We're going forward, way forward. Now, what does way forward mean to you?
To me, I think way forward is progressing.
Progressing.
Moving forward.
Yeah.
Not stopping.
That's it. Not stopping. Just moving forward. But you know, sometimes, in order for you to move forward, you may have to go backwards. Yeah. It's just like the athletes when they're about to run, when they're gathering momentum and they go backwards, to gather strength and they move forward. So in life sometimes you need to know where you're at and know if you should move forward or go backwards. So in life you're either going backwards or you're going downwards or you're going inwards or forwards or upwards or sidewards. But whatever it is, let it be that you're making movement. And of all the other words, inward, backward, it has to be temporary. Going forward must be a continuous activity. So if you're going backwards, let it be for a short while, just for you to gather momentum and move forward. If you're going inwards, let it be that you're going inwards to emerge as a better person. Yeah. If you're going sideways, let it be that you're not there for too long, because the way you want to be on is the way called forward. Is the route called forward. Is the road called forward. Now, you are a wonderful and a brilliant auditor and an accountant. So what's way forward for you? Now you have your degree behind you. You're working in a very reputable organization. So what's way forward for you, Aniola?
For me personally, way forward would be improving myself. Way forward with me would be increasing my understanding in the area that I work in, which is accounting and auditing.
Yes.
So right now, as a way to move forward, I'm taking on a professional qualification, the ACA. Okay. And that is a way for me to move forward, to increase my understanding and my expertise in the area that I work in right now.
Okay. I like the word improvement. So you're improving yourself by increasing your knowledge, expanding your horizon, and just making sure that you become a better person. That's so good. So what do you have to say to people who think, I've achieved, I've done enough, and they're not moving forward, they're not moving backwards, they're just like civic. How is civic spelled? C-I-V-I-C. Spell it backwards.
C-I-V-I-C.
Like radar.
R-A-D-A-R.
Spell it backwards.
R-A-D-A-R.
And that's it.
Yeah.
They're not moving forward, they're not moving backwards. So what do you say to such people?
I don't think you can ever stop. You only stop improving or moving forward on the day you die.
Yes.
So I feel like the day you stop, you're doing a disservice to yourself. So I feel like as long as you still have breath in your lungs, I feel like you need to keep on doing something to move forward, whether it be in skills to do with your hands, understanding, or going to school, whatever it may be. Reading books, but I feel like you have to keep moving forward. You cannot do that to yourself. It's unfair to yourself to stay where you are and just say, yeah, I've got my degree, that's it. No, that's not it. You need to keep on moving forward.
Wow, I like that. You said it's unfair to yourself. So by not moving forward, you're being unfair to yourself. So please, you have to move forward. So there are mountains to be climbed. There are fallow grounds to be broken. There's so many things to be achieved. You can't afford to be on the same spot. You must move forward. Academically, you must move forward. In your behavior, in your attitude, you must move forward. In your temperament, you must move forward. In the fruit of the Spirit, you must move forward. In diligence, move forward. In every area, you must move forward as a young person. You really must be seen to be moving forward. In maturity, you have to move forward. So, what advice do you have for those people who have fallen and they are going backwards, they are retreating, and they're just on that road called backwardness? What would you like to tell them this day?
One thing I would say to them is that backwards is not an option for you. You need to pick yourself up. You need to look at what you did wrong. You need to understand, evaluate yourself. You need to see where did I go wrong, and you need to move forward. You can't have a pity party for yourself. I feel like moving forward is not an option because you've already been there. You need to keep moving forward. You need to conquer new ground. So I feel like yes, you've messed up, but now you need to understand why you messed up, and you need to move forward with that understanding. You moving back and saying, I don't want to go forward because I messed up and I don't know if I can do it. It's not, you shouldn't have that mindset. I feel like you need to you can have a day to think about it, feel bad for yourself, but you need to ultimately move forward. You need to change your mindset and then move forward based on the understanding and the evaluation you've done on why you fell or went wrong.
Okay, that's so true. Thank you. Understanding why you fell and evaluating the situation. So you evaluate it and you stand up and you move up. And like you said earlier on, not doing that is being unfair to yourself. You're doing a disservice to yourself. So please, you've heard it all from Eniola, and that's the best way to go, the way called forward. And what you said has just reminded me of another story in the Bible. I'm sure you'd know it. In the book of Luke chapter 15, the prodigal son, how he messed up. He got one day and asked his dad for his inheritance. He actually wanted to make a life for himself. He thought he was going forward, but he did not know that it was going to lead to a place called backwardness. But at the end of the day, in verse 18, it says that he came to himself. He said, I will arise and go to my father. And that's one of the most profound statements in the Bible. He said, I will arise and go. And he actually arose and he went. And guess what happened? He was received with open arms and he was completely restored. So back to what you said earlier on, you can't afford to remain there. Stand up, understand, like the prodigal son. He understood how he got there. He evaluated himself and he knew where he should be. And he took the right steps and everything was settled. So there's hope for somebody out there today. Now, as we wrap things up, what question do you have for me?
Auntie Mo, I wanted to ask you, can you tell us of a time when you had to move forward, a time when you took the decision to move forward, where you could have stopped, but you decided to move forward? And tell us, why did you decide to move forward? What made you move forward? Was it something that you thought of yourself or someone pushed you? What happened?
Okay, that's a good question. A time I remember a long time ago when I was in secondary school, I attended the school, the Reagan Memorial Baptist Girls Secondary School. And my dad got this job in Ogun State. He was into politics and he had to relocate. And I was in Form 3 at that time. And relocating with him meant that I would have to repeat Form 3. So I had the choice to stay with my grandmother. I had the choice to remain in Lagos and just continue Form 3, then Form 4 and finish when I should have finished. But I decided to go with him to this new place and I repeated the class. It was very difficult, it was shameful, but I had to face it anyway because I wanted to be with my parents, So I think that's the only instance that comes to my mind now. So looking back, I'm grateful that I did, because if I had stayed with my grandmother, I don't think I would have had the relationship I have with my siblings and my mom. There would have been a strain on our relationship. So it was a good decision that I made. Now, finally, let's consider a few things. Why do people find it difficult to go back on track when they have fallen?
Shame.
Shame, yes. People feel ashamed of themselves. Shame is a feeling, and shame is a choice. You can choose not to feel ashamed and move on. And what's another reason?
Pride,
that they will be laughed at. And the last one, because of our time,
fear.
So shame, fear, and pride prevents people from going back to that road called forward. But please, these are just events of life. They are just choices. You can choose not to be ashamed, you can choose not to be fearful, and you can choose to be humble. So please, action points. Assess yourself, evaluate yourself, understand the situation, how you got there, and how not to remain there, and move forward. Don't be ashamed, don't be proud, and don't be fearful. The way forward is calling on you. So that's it from Eniola and I today. Thank you.
Thank you, Auntie Madupe. So that is it for today, everyone. Tomorrow we will be continuing with letter X. Thank you and bye.